ladies and pretty gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Look What's Happening in the Spirit Realm with yours truly, Light. Today, I have a message about what they're not telling you regarding what they truly are drawn about you. It's the light that you have, and it's not a vague term like the light that you have. It's not vague. It has a particular resonance where people feel very much at home, not just with what they feel like they can do with themselves, but even at home with you. And this is what makes perhaps your life a little bit difficult, because people are counting on you to forgive them. They're counting on you to let go, to be the bigger person, because somewhere deep down, they feel like you are. And they don't want to say it out loud. And this is exactly why I am making this video. They believe it, and their actions are based off of that. And this is why you've had a peculiar sense of yourself, meaning you didn't know exactly where you were standing with people, whether they were happy with you, insulting you, whether they were okay with you, whatever the case, you weren't quite certain about where you stood with people because of this enigmatic quality of resonance that you carry. Now, I'm saying this because I'm describing something. You are seen as not an object, but as an influence of light, right? There is a disassociation that people make between you and your identity. The you about you is so strong. The you about you is very fluid, and it speaks the language of energy, vibration very clearly to the other person, to the point where they feel and resonate with you on a deeper level that they may not be able to even communicate. So they treat you separately. They treat you like you should know how they feel. Well, they shouldn't tell you. They shouldn't apologize. You should know how sorry they are. They shouldn't be bothered about remembering special things about you. Like you are a guru of peace and love. There is that energy because of the resonance. And it doesn't really matter exactly where you might be in your life. You could be fumbling. It doesn't matter. It's the frequency, right? You reach people at that deep level, and it has a double-edged sword. So let me just sip my orange juice and remember exactly why I opened up my camera to make this video. Yeah, people are counting on you. This is what I'm picking up on. They're counting on you to be the free spirit, that, what do you call it? Like that spirit animal, right? You are people's spirit animal in many ways. You make people feel childlike, like they can access these parts of them that have been suppressed because of the system or because what they feel like they should have operated as. And most people that they have met them at their level in that manner. And this might be even why you are treated like you have a mental illness. Some of you do come to me with strange emails asking me if I myself am diagnosed by schizophrenia. So, this is why you are treated in a very separate manner. It's because you resonate with people at that level, and they don't quite know how to, I want to say, interact with it. Because, like I mentioned, most people meet them at the level that they are in, which not everybody has carried their childlike elements, that rogue element within them, unless they have purposefully cultivated it or they have re-accessed it, whatever the case may be. You have to actually intentionally keep it because, our system is a bit programmy. So when you are treated in this manner by your family, your friends, it could come off like they don't care about you. It really can. It can come off like they're narcissistic towards you, like they're envious of you, or they have some kind of vengeance or hate or a special dislike towards you. Special dislike. Not some of them are actually narcissistic, but I'm talking about those that we might think that they're thinking in this way because of the way they're treating you, but it's because they're expecting you to transcend this reality. There's almost this unspoken agreement that we know, my dear lover, that you are here to be an issuer of love, here to be objective about certain things that people take personally. And this is why some people's emotions are considered over yours. Like, no. Samantha has feelings, but Light does not. So we're going to go ahead and aid Samantha because we know Samantha is going to be crying later on. We can actually empathize with that. But let's just call it a different name. Rose here, we don't know how she feels. I feel like Rose is okay. Rose is okay. Even if the same thing occurred, there is a disparity in treatment. And it's because there's this understanding that you, my dear, are from the future in some ways. Like, okay, are from the future in some ways, where you have kind of accessed and transcended past a lot of these timelines that maybe a lot of people are still in. And it's not to be quote unquote special. It's not really a special thing to be special. Remember Ragnarok from Netflix? Please watch that because that really does explain it. It's coming up right now for some reason. It might be valid. So back to the point, this is exactly why. It's because they believe, they can sense it in their soul, in the part of them that does not reason, that you have transcended past these limited dualistic beliefs to the point where you're not going to hold a grudge on them. So people treat you like an object for most cases, like even if these are good people that don't do bad things purposefully, they believe that they can get away with a few things with you, or you won't be so hurt about it for some reason because you carry this free aura of like, I'm not holding on to things. Like even if you're upset about it, there's this element of childlikeness about it. There's this element of like, you're not lowering your frequency because of it. And this is exactly why you are treated in that unique manner. You are back to the point of the spirit animal energy of your family, of your friend group, of random people that you come across. You're here to it's not a burden. This is the double-edged sword of what you have been imparted with from birth. This cocoon, this reserved element about you that has not been pulled out, stompled on, and molested by this programming. You are able to cultivate that part. So your family, your friends rely on you to sort of shed that light, to not take things personally. And it's because they deep down, they're not telling you this, but you are the big one. Like you're the big person, right? You're the bigger person in their eyes. You are an inspiration. The way you move past things, the way you communicate, the way you choose to see the lovingness in people, the way you choose to come back in terms of mentally allowing people to have a blank slate with you, the way that the love inside you is still preserved, even though you might not be dealing with that person. That is why. If you're resonating with all the things I've mentioned, this is why. People might treat you in a way that feels a bit careless. It's because you have transcended past these timelines. They can sense it. And a lot of you who believe that you are a twin flame, if you are in my channel, then you are probably the divine feminine, which, by the way, proves the fact that you are from the future. So, with that being said, with this situation going on about scammers, I want to make an official announcement. Again, I do not reach out to you at all. Not on TikTok, not on WhatsApp, not on YouTube, nowhere. I don't reach out. If you want to communicate with me, my email is provided in the description box of every single YouTube video, so you know it's me. Oh yes, and